So, yeah, he grabbed his arm repeatedly like 3 times.
I don't grab my arm ever.
I know.
That.
Like,
Ever.
if you're sweating, you don't grab your arm like that. There's got to be something on there for you to, like, actually grab your arm.
Unless maybe it was a pulled muscle. You think he pulled it? He was just
How do you pull a muscle on your glove hand, though?
I'm just throwing out possible theories.
But, I mean, seriously, the 3 squeezes is what gives it away.
The 3 squeezes?
That is a jerk-off move.
That and how shiny it is, yeah.
And that's the MadChadder.
Welcome, everybody. It's the MadChadder Baseball Talk Radio here. We coming at you today after 2 pretty good games with the Astros, Red Sox, and the ALCS. I've got a special guest with me today, Mr. Kyle Quigley.
What's going on, everybody? From Too Hot, Too Cold. Just joining in. We're going to
Yeah, I can see. I can't remember that.
Astros little podcast thing going on, radio show. So they invited me in.
Definitely at HP. Look out for me and Kyle as well as a gentleman named Eric. We are going to be doing Astros talk here while the season wraps up. But more importantly, tonight we're going to talk some Astros game 1, 2, and look into games 3 through possibly 7. Kind of real quick, let's just kind of hit game 1. What were your thoughts on game 1?
Pitching, both teams actually. There was elements of Verlander first 4 innings was great, and then it just sort of went downhill for him in that 5th. But overall, like Sale just didn't have it that night.
Yeah, well, I mean,
so there's just no chance. Like
I think through like the first 5 innings, it was a 2-1 score at some point, and there was still only like 1 hit for each team.
It was 2-0.
Was it 2-0?
Yeah, they scored 2 runs, and tied it up, and
but only 1 hit
right
for each team. I mean, the dominant pitching, and then the bullpen came in, and Brandon Wortman just kind of went A-bomb and let everybody score on him. But
I mean, we needed that second game bullpen or that first game bullpen, the second game for sure to have that win. But
yeah, I was kind of surprised to see McHugh come out in the 9th in that first game. He's more of a long reliever. I didn't understand quite why you were using him in the 9th when, especially like last night, Cole comes out in the 5th, and then you've already used McCullers and McHugh, your long relievers. In a situation like that, you kind of want to have a guy that can go 2 innings or 3 innings.
Yeah, but I think he was just coming in to fill after the 4-run 9th, right?
And I guess so. To me, I'd have thrown out a Sip or Josh James in that situation. To me, McHugh's the guy you want locked down 3 innings in case one of your starters has a bad day.
Who knows? Maybe he hadn't got any practice this week, and they needed to throw him out there for an inning.
Yeah, he didn't really see much action against the Indians when they swept them.
A lot of people playing this week.
You said it first, Chad.
I did say it first. I brought up.
Didn't mean to cut you off, Kyle, but he went there first.
Yes.
Sweep. So go ahead.
The sweep of the Indians?
Yes.
Hey, that's why he didn't see
How do you feel
action.
about that? I heard you
what's
like
the opposite
Indians.
of fantastic?
Super fantastic.
How
yes,
you feel?
I feel super fantastic.
I was going to say, how you feel right now is the opposite of fantastic.
Yes. No.
Noted.
Hey, better team won. Astros beat them. Indians could not hit the ball. So, but we're past that. We're going to move on.
I don't think they could pitch the ball either.
No, I mean, it was close games. I mean, it really was that, Carrasco pitched well. Kluber pitched well till like the 5th inning. And then that last game, it just got away late.
No doubt. But
Kind of like
game 1.
Kind of like game 1, got away from Boston's pitchers
Tough
late.
Sale,
But then,
yeah.
then you come out in game 2, and Garrett Cole just was not Garrett Cole last night. Struggled early on. Only went 5 innings. I think he only struck out like 5, which is about half of the batters I'm used to seeing him strike out in a game. That fire can just was not lit last night.
They just weren't swinging outside of the zone like most bad teams. Like good teams don't swing outside the zone, so that's what makes it harder for the.
Well, and that's the difference between Boston and Cleveland. Boston is a hitting team. They've got some good pitchers. Don't get me wrong. Sale can, strike out people left and right, but once you get past him, Eovaldi's not bad. David Price is David Price, overpaid pitcher. But their bats are what got them 108 wins this year. It wasn't their pitching.
It's the same as the Astros. I mean, their hitting is not just, we're going to maybe hit a home run and get a run, and you're going to strike us out every time. We're going to put the ball in play, take walks. They don't steal bases, which I don't know why Bregman stole that base in game 1.
That's,
And get thrown out. Like, why?
Well, because he has a guy like Christian Vasquez throwing at umpires. I mean, you can get on base and steal when that's what they're doing. Did you see Joe West take that one off the chest?
But you got one out. You got a good hitter up behind you.
Yeah.
And you just take the bat out of his hand.
But he's Bregman. He was trying to impregnate the city.
Impregnate?
Yes.
Already?
What
is that?
Impregnate. Does somebody want to jump in on impregnate? We've got Pat and Pat and Spence here as well.
How do you like being called Joe? Is that upsetting to you?
No, not really.
It's better than what I normally call him.
I've been called a lot worse. Trust me.
So nobody on the impregnation thing. That was a y'all thing, not a me thing.
That was. I know Joe, and then we're following, but it's basically the whole city of Houston has been impregnated. We're all in love with.
Clayton jumps on impregnated.
Yeah, there he is. Now I'll have Clayton text it to me. I'll read it off to you.
And Clayton, it's an M, not an N.
Clayton, you write whatever you want, buddy.
Ooh. Is that how you spell it?
No.
Why are so many apostrophes?
Yeah.
God. I'm half.
The front quotation, the front quotation marks backwards.
So I'm going to go ahead and take that down.
Yeah, I would do that too.
Oh, here we go. My girlfriend just came on and said, it's Bregman putting a baby in me. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate you.
Well, I mean,
talking
you are
about
here
it.
right now, so that's very possible.
Is that
He's
why you're at
town.
home? Is that why you're at home? Is Alex Bregman over at the house, babe?
I mean, would you be upset if you got
Hell
the raise
no,
Alex
I
Bregman's
wouldn't.
baby?
No, I wouldn't be upset.
So he's one of her 5 celebrities that she can.
Oh, it's only 5? I thought it was. She told me it was like 10 or 15.
Whoa.
All right, we're gonna have to dive into that another time. We're limited on time.
Okay, Clayton's impregnant, so
Clayton's awesome.
obviously he's into guys and girls.
So what do you think of Verlander's first game?
Oh, I
this series?
thought Verlander did just like he's always done. He's money, and especially in the playoffs.
Until he lost his fucking mind,
Well,
fell apart.
but
He
he
has
won,
those
though.
all the time.
Yeah, but he won.
Barely. That was definitely a fucking ball.
Barely. Hey, win's a win.
That was definitely a ball.
Oh, I can argue balls and strikes all day long. I mean, it's people want to say it's
No, I mean
they're calling one for one team, one for another. Them umpires are calling the same pitches. It's just whoever you're rooting for is not getting the calls always.
Oh no, both teams do.
Yeah.
You can see it. It's like, oh, well,
Yeah.
once you see it, you're like, okay, that was definitely a ball. The next time your team doesn't get, you're like, okay, that's fair.
Or like when it's a check swing for your team, but the other team, no, no, he went through.
It depends.
Yeah.
It just depends. It's like, okay, that really was the same exact thing that
It was
just
the
happened
exact
last
same
inning,
swing, yeah.
But he was out.
No,
this
that guy swung. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh my Lord.
Fucking baseball.
Yes. Fucking
that's
baseball.
it. That's it.
Take replay out also. Jesus.
Which, yeah, okay, we're going to hit on that.
I
We're
know.
definitely going to hit on the replay in baseball because that was a big thing to me last night. I actually got in a Twitter fight over that.
That upset you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
We're not gonna
I'm
go
being
there.
called
No,
out
we'll
as a
wait.
Cleveland
We'll
homer
wait. We'll
already,
wait.
man.
We'll
I'm
wait.
not
All
even. Yeah, no, we'll get to the whole play at home plate. But yeah, I forgot even what we're talking about now.
Verlander. pitching,
Verlander, yeah.
Being good.
Yes.
And then sucking.
He was Verlander being Verlander, and then all you got to do is take him out and go to some of them filthy bullpen guys like McCullers or Osuna or whoever you want to throw out there. Presley.
Maldonado's not going to catch anymore.
Do
you expect that?
McCann pitched caught game 3 last series. I totally expect him to catch game 3 again.
No,
this
they said he
series.
was. He's catching Keuchel.
Yeah, and he usually does. So yeah, I mean, you'll see McCann this game, but I definitely think when it's time to have Verlander go back out there, Maldonado's going to be.
I'm just saying
he
a
had a
guy
bad
that-
game. He had a bad game.
2 bad games.
No, I mean last night he had that inning that he had. I mean that was just.
He had like 3 pass balls in game 1,
But
but
here-
no one was on base.
I don't remember that, but it's just speaking to last night. Maldonado, when he was acquired, was right when McCullers went on the DL.
Yeah.
And so he hadn't really caught McCullers a lot. And McCullers throws breaking ball after breaking ball after breaking ball. To me, it might have just been a chemistry thing that threw him off in that inning. I'm not 100% sure. But in game 1, McCullers didn't throw as many breaking balls as he did last night. Like, I was even sitting there watching the at-bat. I'm trying to remember who he struck out. Maybe it was JD when he struck out JD Martinez. Curveball. It was like the first 4 pitches. Curveball, curveball, curveball. He went cutter, back inside. And it's like you already knew he was going to throw the curveball again the next pitch. sure enough, low and outside curveball strikes out. If you can't hit it, he's going to keep throwing it. He did it last year in the playoffs, did it this year in the playoffs. But that's a tough that low and outside curveball is a tough pitch to handle. Even if you've got some reps with a guy, when you don't, it's even tougher. No,
I just don't.
No,
the guy that says I'm the best at blocking balls,
Yeah.
Gold Glover, shouldn't be able to make the fucking play.
well, I think Pat's the best at blocking balls personally, but
That's your balls.
I'm not even in the conversation.
yeah, I know that's why.
Ooh, you want to be in the conversation so we can block your balls?
I love it.
Trust me, my balls get blocked plenty and without y'all's assistance.
I'm probably blocking your balls right now. Or
Is Auntie Jennifer watching?
I hope not. She's probably up there with the son.
That came from the other at the live event too. Pat's nephew is Clayton, who's one of the DynastyWise guys.
Okay.
So his wife would be Auntie Jennifer.
I got you.
It's
I
funny.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It's funny.
I probably met these people.
That's
but
okay.
Yes, you actually probably met them all.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, I believe you
you
have.
said that a bunch of your family was there for sure, which was fun. That was fun.
Yes, it was.
That's back to you, bud.
Okay, so we kind of covered
You good with that?
The great game one.
Game
with
one.
the huge victory. Astros fucking rock. That was awesome. Needed
yes.
it.
And
Game two wasn't so
then we go to game
exciting
two.
for me.
Game two, Cole comes out, struggles. David Price wasn't really on fire, but he was better than normal David Price in the playoffs.
They pitched the same game.
Yeah.
Those two. pitched
Pretty
the
much.
Same game. And Cole tried to pitch the exact same game as Verlander. They did not change up the scouting report at all.
No.
He was always outside with the fastball, then inside with the curve. And they were already ready for that because they just killed Verlander in the fifth on the same exact game plan.
Yeah, and the only difference is Mookie Betts showed up this game.
Yeah.
Jackie Bradley showed up this game. Those two guys, and even Xander Bogaerts to an extent. I mean, they were all hitting the ball, but that big hit by Jackie Bradley that kind of like played tricks on Marwin Gonzalez going down back off the green monster, up on the wall, but not out of play. That was a crazy play to begin with.
Yeah, that was
but
that's a weird stadium in the first place with all the
Yeah.
angles, right? Especially in the outfield with the metal fucking little outputs that
yeah.
score goes in, so you get hit like a corner of it and bounce all crazy.
Don't the majority of the other fields have some type of padding on their wall or something like that?
Minute Maid doesn't on their scoreboard.
They don't?
No,
Okay.
it's a wooden scoreboard though.
It's
No.
wooden?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of flex there. That metal, I don't...
I mean,
But it's flat.
the only thing that all he did was knock the wind out of himself. He didn't hurt himself bad. You could tell he jumps up. I mean, we've
Not
all
when
fell
he
off
hurt
a
himself.
swing
I'm talking
set
about-
before and hit our. That's all that happened to him on that play.
I was talking about the other one where it takes the funny angle
Oh,
off the wall, then
where-
bounces
Oh,
sideways.
yeah, when it
hits
rolled-
off the
when it
wall,
rolled,
rolled,
yeah.
then bounced up. I'm saying you hits the scoreboard, right?
Yeah,
And there's protrusions in it for every little number. So I was like, okay, whatever.
yeah.
And it bounced all crazy, and it's like, what can you do? I mean, that's just that field,
I mean,
hit it
it's
off the wall if you want.
it's not as bad as having a flagpole in the middle of center field, though.
which was awesome.
Yeah, I
the
wish they
hill.
would. I could care less about the hill. The flagpole in the middle of the field was
It
the
was
best part.
It used to be 2 flagpoles,
Yeah.
a hill, so. Thank God it's not. None of that shit's there anymore. You got a drinking stand that you can go 3 stories up on now, which is awesome at Minute Maid.
Tricky. Yeah, it's funny when you watch this. The whole stairs are just lined with people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna stand on the stairway the whole game and watch and drink. That's
But now that
great.
standing room only tickets, those are gonna be good seats for the standing room only.
Hey,
That's I've sat up there for an inning or two. That's pretty nice.
I didn't stand on the stairs, but Game 5 against the Dodgers last year, where the ESPN guys, Frank Thomas and A-Rod and all them were set up, was right down by that stairway. We went and stood kind of right where there was, but we weren't on
The
the
Torchy's
stairs, but yeah.
Tacos.
Well, more down,
I gotcha.
kind of level with where the Crawford boxes are and that part, like right there. Torchy's up a little
Yeah.
more, but yeah, it's a good view. I mean, as long as there's not somebody 6'5" standing in front of you and you're 5'6", it's not too bad.
Are you 5'6"?
Yes, I'm 5'6".
How does that feel?
Short.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
There's things that short people can do, tall people can't. So
We had a question from Monica. I wanted to make...
Oh,
she's asking if
shit.
your brother is here.
What
Yeah.
is
Is he
going on?
supposed to be?
Is Jacob there?
No, Jacob is not here because Jacob's a homo.
Okay.
Okay.
That takes care of that.
Answers your question.
Thank you for the question, Monica. Great question.
Love you, Monica.
And then Joe mentioned Marwin couldn't catch a break. Got bit from the Cream Monster, and and it did take a crazy pad ride.
Yeah. And yes, I am fun size. That's my girlfriend calls me fun size.
Is that? Oh shit! You can see it up there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know I was looking at that.
Oh, yeah.
Holy balls. This shit's pretty legit, guys.
Yes.
Way cooler than what we do.
That's all right, man. Welcome to
With
the party.
Yes.
Super long
Welcome to the
fucking
party.
podcast name.
Once again, everybody, this is Mr. Kyle Quigley. He is part of Too Hot to Handle, Too Cold to Hold.
They got some great pod other guy going on over there as well, man. Check them out. It should be popping up, and I'll throw up your Twitter handle here. in
Really
just a
funny
minute,
guys. Really funny guys over there.
but Great info. You got. I read y'all's bio or your podcast, your info, dude. That was great.
I didn't do it. What did they say?
I don't even know what it says.
It was. I'll pull it up and I'll read it here in a minute. But
All right.
it was good stuff.
Yeah, we'll close out with that or something because it's got to be
Yeah.
news to me. I should pay more attention, I'm sure. But you know
man.
how guys are.
Yes.
Too much shit going on.
Yeah, 100%.
Watching baseball, jacking off, and fucking building houses.
All at the
what I
same
do.
time.
All right. And Clayton asked the question. I don't know if it's too early in the segment to get to it or not.
No, let's hit it. Let's just get at
All
it.
right. Was he cheating?
100%. At first I did not. I kind of shook it off and didn't even really go back. I watched the video before we got on here.
Multiple times.
Homeboy was straight up pine tarring it up.
That I don't know if it's pine tar, but it's definitely that sticky stuff.
Vaseline, pine tar,
You
whatever.
know that sticky spray? If you played football or any sports in high school, where
Yeah,
they
like
spray it
stick 'em,
on,
yeah.
and then they put that little wrap on your that is definitely the same fucking color. That shiny fucking just sprayed glue, whatever the hell that was.
Do we? All right. I've done no research on this whatsoever, so I'm curious what it actually does. The pine tar.
It's gonna give you more friction, it sticks to your
so
fingers, right?
it's for
so
the
in
grip,
the cold,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because you can't feel it, so you can't feel and get your tension on your grip. So in the
Okay.
cold, when you do it, is to get a better grip, so you can get more bite on your curveball
Yeah.
and get more spin.
I mean, it's,
Astros were accused of that by a fucking Cleveland.
yes,
motherfucker.
Trevor Bauer.
I love it. That's
Hey,
okay. That's
no, it
that's
is.
all right.
Well, I mean, it's the name of the game in baseball with pitching is if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. I mean,
That's
I mean,
fucking
look at
all
old
sports.
Necro back in the day. I mean, dude would keep sandpaper in his pocket, emery boards in his pocket. I mean, without like even what I didn't do it, throwing it to the side. You know, hey, it's part of the game. You get caught, you get caught. But when you get caught, you got to fess up. Boston needs to fess up.
I like the classy move of Boston calling out Maldonado for having it in his glove. So when the ball hits, it's there.
Yeah.
And then doing it the next game. Fuck it, we're just going to put it on our arm.
Yeah.
We're going
Oh,
to
well,
straight up
well, yeah.
blatantly cheat,
Well,
motherfuckers.
obviously they're not checking for it, so might as well go for it.
Well, and it's not like it was like 90 degrees and they're sweating and they're just going to have these, shiny. I mean, the dude's arm was shinier than crap and it's 40 degrees
He was
outside.
sitting with a sweatshirt on
Yeah.
in 40-degree weather. He is
Yeah.
not sweating his ass off. That's for sure.
It's straight up cheating. Straight up cheating.
Walked to the bullpen. I am glistening with
And
oil.
it wasn't just one of them. It was two different pitchers. I saw a video of Joe Kelly and of what was the other guy? Matt Barnes. You're like, come on. One guy maybe. Two guys, and it's not like when they were getting shelled either. I mean, these guys were throwing filthy breaking balls after they did it.
So you don't think Price had any of it to get his game back? You don't think he might have?
If
little
he did,
different-
if he
he's a-
did, he
he's a
maybe
little
needs to use a
different
little
tone.
more, I guess, because
The whole team, all the pitchers could have gotten a piece of that because I mean he shut it down after. I mean they gave up the 5 runs, right, and then after that it just kind of.
David Price has that classic tan, though. You might not be able to see that shimmer on him. as much.
classic tan. He's not white.
I know. Well,
Is that what we're calling it?
I didn't want to.
All right. No, I appreciate it. No, that's good.
That's good.
That's good. We're good with the classic tan.
Just was a darker feller, and I didn't know which race
I don't know
or
what he. I think
persuasion
it's just,
that man is. So I didn't want to be like he's African American. He could be freaking Puerto Rican. Anything. I don't know. Fuck.
Yeah, he could be. We'll go with that. I think he's
Jesus
American,
Christ.
but
I always end up in race somehow. I'm sorry.
it's all right. The white guys were the ones cheating, so
The ones we catch cheating because you can see it on their arm. at
Yeah.
least, for sure. That because they're glistening like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a fucking
Yeah.
bodybuilding competition.
like I said, I just kind of shook it. I kind of glossed it over at first because I was like, Hinch would have called it out. Something would happen. No, I kind of went back and looked and saw the upper. I mean, it's straight up.
Hinch needs to hire the guy that fucking put that out on Twitter.
Yeah.
That dude needs to be watching all game. Like, who's cheating? That dude found that shit out.
Yeah,
quick.
and I still don't like. Who does this when they're pitching for any other reason than I'm putting something on my fingers?
Yeah, why would you?
Exactly.
Like, if something's hurt, you're just gonna grab one and say, "Ow, it's fucking hurt."
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
God.
yeah, it wasn't even a rub. There was no rub. It was just a grip and a grip and a grip. Like,
Definitely
Come
getting
on,
those
guys.
fingers greased up.
so is it a Boston thing or is it just?
It's a cold weather thing, I think.
Is that what? I mean, well, I'm thinking the whole Brady cheating, Patriots cheating. Now we got the Red Sox cheating, and is it something they like to do up there?
It's a Boston thing.
Boston.
Cheating? Yeah, I mean, everyone cheats, I think. It's
I
baseball.
was going to say,
Football.
I have my suspicion that everybody cheats to an extent, and it's just about getting caught or not.
100%. I know they do.
That's how you win. Steroid use, fucking blood transfusions to get away with it. Whatever you got to do.
How many blood transfusions do y'all think are going on in baseball? I think it's quite a few.
Oh, for sure.
I'm gonna look up that stat. I'm gonna look up the. I'll have it ready for you.
How could they not?
That's a lot of needles.
Do you think it's a lot of needles?
Yeah.
One a day? Or two, because you got to put one in and out.
I hate needles, so I don't care.
Where's Monica? Ask her to
Too many.
reply.
Oh,
How
yeah.
many needles does it take to do a blood transfusion?
We got a question for you, Monica. Hit us up on here.
We got a question coming in from Greg Spike Grauman. What should be done now? Can they do anything about it though?
What should be done now? You come out and bring your bats and hit. I mean,
So I mean, but there's nothing. I mean, there's nothing you can really
don't
go back and-
swing at breaking balls in the
There's-
dirt. You have no shot at hitting, and
You're not
don't
going to
worry
get a
about
win
it.
from it. You're not going to change the score of the game. The game's the game. It's over.
I mean,
It's just over.
it's over. At the if they come out and try it again, at the very least, that pitcher gets kicked out and he doesn't pitch again in the series. I mean,
Which, whatever.
yeah. I mean, oh
And
well,
there's
they don't have
no-
Matt Barnes who pitches one inning every other game. You know. Now, if it's your starter, if Chris Sale comes out and does it, that's huge.
Yeah. Maybe put up more than 4 runs on one of the shittiest fucking pitchers.
The worst postseason pitcher ever.
Maybe don't suck and score some of these guys.
And
You're
what's,
leaving on
you know what the
base.
sad part is? He went 4. He didn't even get to qualify for that win last night. The dude was like, they win the game. It's all. He didn't even quite. He was an out away from qualifying for it.
One of those cheaters probably won the goddamn game, didn't they?
I think so. Well, and it's funny because they interviewed David Price afterwards, and he's like, you know what? It's baby steps. He's like, my team won. You know, I got that up, but it's baby steps. I'll take it. Like, come on, you're making $127 million. You're the highest paid Red Sox ever, and you're 0-10.
0-10 in the playoffs.
Well, I'm sorry. He's 0-9, but his team is 0-10 when he pitches.
Now they're 1 and
Now
10.
they're 1-10, and he's still 0-9. What a
Pretty
loser.
classic though. I mean, he's living the dream. Still getting paid what, $200 million to do this shit?
Hell yeah,
Fuck
that's
yeah.
it.
I'm down.
You can
You
throw
can
like
pay
shit.
me $200 million to lose 10 games in a playoff anytime.
Yeah, right.
Sold.
Yeah.
You can pay me $20,000 to lose 10 games in the playoffs. I don't give a shit.
For
That'd be fun
hey,
as fuck.
would you take a 100-mile-an-hour fastball to the back for $20,000?
Fuck yeah.
Damn. $1,000?
500.
500.
That's
If I
a
can
lot of
make that
drinking,
happen, if I
because-
can make that happen, would you do it?
Yes. Guaranteed.
Oh shit.
I'll call Troy up. I'll see what he's doing. See what will come out.
Yeah, I know several.
But what if
people
it's
who
like
could throw that
95?
No,
far. 95. I don't give a shit.
95 and 100, same thing, right?
no, it's got to be 100. That 5 miles an hour makes a big difference.
right.
I'm betting here.
Do I get a helmet, though? I just don't want to get hit
Yeah,
in the fucking
yeah,
head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll even let you use one of those girly softball helmets that has
Like,
a face guard just
Where?
in case.
All right, where are we talking? Like back?
We're gonna talk about the meat. We're gonna talk about like,
In
the
the
meat,
meat.
the meat of the ass.
Oh, fuck it. All day. My ass is huge.
All day.
All right, we'll do that. I'll tell you what. We'll try to raise $1,000, $500 to go towards charity.
All right, we're starting a DynastyWise GoFundMe to get Kyle pegged with a
Hey, Kyle with a 100
100
mile
mile
fastball.
fastball.
All
They,
right.
they
95
tried.
to 100.
They
We're
tried
not-
getting me to do
We're
it
not
for
going to do
1,000.
7 balls. He's like, fuck it, 92, 93, 94. That's not going to happen.
There you go. Keep walking it up, man. We're almost there.
Because my ass will fucking blow up.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just
No,
gonna sit for 2 weeks.
That was 94. That's not good enough. Let's,
Yeah.
let's come on, man. You got a little bit more.
It's like, all right,
That'd be
lay off.
intense.
Oh, okay, just bring it up a little bit. Get the middle of the bag.
Making it 500 actually made it like, y'all were like, this is actually feasible. We could actually might be able to do this. That's exciting. And
Joe
upsetting.
brought up the whole behind home plate with Kimbrel pitch that we were watching before we went live.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. And for those of you who have not seen that, watch some old playoff videos of Craig Kimbrel. He's got a funky, wind up, I guess you would call it, set
It's a broken
position.
chicken wing,
Yes. Well,
bird wing.
go look it up on
I'll do it
YouTube
right now.
or something.
Just like
And
that.
yeah, when he played for the Braves, I didn't remember the team they were playing, but everybody behind home plate, about probably 20, 30 people deep, would all stand up and do it as he was doing it at the same time. Dude was throwing all over the place. It was
Couldn't hit the plate.
crazy.
But that's an amazing thing to do. That's why baseball's fun because you can really mess up pitchers' heads
Oh yeah. Oh,
with the shit fans.
pitchers are
do
the
on play.
weird, like the most psyched out kind of people that you throw one thing off, and they kind of brought this up in the game last night too with who was David Price never picks up a ball that's laying on the mound.
And Verlander's 3-3-3 thing.
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
3-3,
he
and
does.
then it was kind of funny because I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I'm like, oh yeah, it goes back to Turk Wendell back with the Cubs back in the day. He used to brush his teeth in between innings, and he would always hop over the foul line, and then like 30 seconds later, the Astros announcer said the same
You
thing.
think David Price in the playoffs would just stop doing whatever he was doing, though, right? Like, just try something new every
Like
game.
stop pitching. That's probably the best bet.
Well, stop pitching means that $200 million is going to stop, so he ain't going to do that.
Well, hey, he
He
got
see
paid.
Cut. He's like, cut me.
He got paid, so whatever.
Yeah,
All right,
for sure.
Clayton's on board for the charity. He said we'll promote it hard. So let's see what we can do.
Jesus Christ, this is actually fucking. My podcast, nothing actually happens. We just talk shit.
Oh no.
Oh no no.
No,
Have
fuck.
You,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
he hasn't seen our commercial.
Oh yeah. Oh, Pat took paintballs to the back for
Yeah,
being
from-
in
it
last
was like-
place in our league last year.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, it was only, dude, and it wasn't like, from me to across the street. It was like 10 feet. Fucking,
Yeah, you
they're
got to
like-
watch our DynastyWise
and
commercial.
after they were like, why didn't we just turn the PSI down? I was like, yeah, I guess we could have done that.
hey, and we're not doing a pitching machine throwing at 100 miles an hour.
No.
No.
This has to be a person.
No, live, man.
yeah.
I want somebody to aim it right for the sweet spot.
Then miss and hit me in the dick.
Clayton-
I get
Yeah.
you.
Clayton's calling
Hey,
for the
no,
back,
you
though.
turn away from
I
it,
know.
man.
I got you.
Lean into it, but turn away.
We about that life, Kyle. Clayton.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
$500 though for me, right? And then the other 500 for like ass charity, like fucking colon cancer or something.
We'll do something.
Hey, I know we're with Houston Premiums. I know we're trying to promote, or trying to eradicate Houston homelessness.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be
We'll
a
throw
cause.
it. We'll throw. Hey,
That's just because they like want to pay us. I think we're all homeless, right?
well, pretty
Well,
much.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what they're trying to
true,
do.
yeah.
That's like 25 people
Yeah,
at a
they're,
time.
they're trying to keep trying to keep a roof on our
Yes.
heads. So
This studio also doubles as like a home for half a DynastyWise. So
yeah, that's true. This is where all the guys go when they get in trouble at home.
yeah,
what-
I forgot the whole window. Thanks, Greg. He also chewed licorice in between innings, and yeah, the guy was crazy, and he sucked.
They did like every baseball superstition
Yeah,
ever as
yeah.
a pitcher.
He was weird.
Yeah, Wendell
Weird
was
dude.
Crazy.
Had a crazy mullet also.
Well, I think all pitchers are crazy, but all baseball players are fucking crazy.
Baseball players are awesome.
They're a weird bunch of human beings.
They are.
From what I know of. baseball
No,
players.
it's everyone I know. They're weird.
In high school, it was
and I
definitely
love
the
it.
gayest locker room I've ever saw.
Wow. I don't know
Baseball
about
players.
the gay side of it, but they're crazy.
Oh yeah, it's
Unless your name's Billy Bean.
Bill. What's wrong with Billy Bean?
Yeah, what is wrong
Not
with
the
Billy
not the GM Billy Bean, the gay
Oh.
Billy Bean.
Oh,
Bean?
okay.
Who's Billy Bean? Gay Billy Bean.
Oh yeah, he was a former player and played for the Twins, a couple other teams, and never really great. But yeah, he came out as gay, and he was like the first former.
Ain't no baseball player
athlete.
give a shit about someone being gay either. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, dude, can you swing the bat?
Yeah.
Can you hit the pitches? Yeah,
Yeah.
Then we're good to go.
I don't give a shit.
If he's a 300 hitter, they all want to know his secret. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'll try it.
Where do you go on Friday night?
Yeah. Will you rub my bat?
So how do you feel about Garrett Cole from Game 2? What do you feel happened to him?
I think he just had a bad game. Really. I mean, it's
You think
on the
it's-
road in Boston, cold weather. That's always plays a factor. Yeah, I think he'll bounce back.
Would you feel comfortable with him in a Game 7?
Game 7, no. Game 6, yes.
Would it be a Game 6?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got to start bringing everyone up, and then
Okay, well, and that's what we need to talk about too. Okay, so they're going to pitch Keuchel Game 3,
that's guaranteed. Yeah, that's done.
guaranteed. So
And
if
McCann's
let's
catching.
okay, so hypothetically, Game 3, they lose. You're down 2-1. Who you throwing out there Game 4? You throwing out Morton, or are you going straight to Verlander?
I mean,
Because you can't drop 2 at home.
I trust Morton a little bit just because he's a little different than all the other pitchers.
Mm-hmm.
He's just not like because Verlander and Cole are sort of the same. I feel like they should have broke them up in between starts. If you wanted to do 4, you should have went Verlander, Keuchel, Cole, then Morton.
I'm okay with throwing your 2 best pitchers on the road. You know, you want to try to split, which they did.
But Keuchel's pitching the road in Boston before.
But he's at home this year, so
I get it.
would you rather have Keuchel at home or on the road?
Ugh. Fuck. I don't.
Or
I'd
not
rather-
at
I'd
all.
rather not see Keuchel at all.
Exactly.
Honestly. I'm scared of him every
Yeah.
time he pitches. That's my thing. Like you never know. You can get Keuchel 6 innings, 0 runs. Keuchel half an inning, 5 runs. who the fuck knows? Like,
Yeah.
you just never know with him.
I just wonder if they're still not, fully trusting him being healthy because I don't think he was planning on pitching in the Indian series. I think he was just going to be coming out of the bullpen if needed. So if you're going to go four pitchers deep in this series, he's got to go game 4 unless you're down. To me personally, I would throw Verlander game 4 if you lose game 3, and then you got Cole.
Well, if you're doing that, then you need to start bringing Morton in mid relief too.
Oh well. You save him you can throw him in there in game. So say Verlander goes out, wins game 4, and you're back. Now you're tied 2-2 again. Then you throw Morton out there for game 5.
And also, I think that does depend on Keuchel's pitching.
Yeah.
If it's 2 innings, 5 runs, I think Morton
True.
could be in there in the 3rd.
True. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
save the
100%.
second.
I mean, Morton might be the guy ready in the bullpen if he does, especially since you already threw McCullers a couple innings, McHugh a couple innings, and But you also still have Josh James, who he only pitched an inning last night, and it was a good inning.
You trust Josh James over.
I'm just saying, if you need a guy that can go more than 1 inning,
Yeah.
you still have another starter in the bullpen outside of those guys. So
They have a clutch bullpen. Everyone can do a lot. Like, I'm not saying they can't.
True.
I'm saying Morton has to get in.
yeah.
Let's see what he's
Oh
got.
no, I definitely. To me, do you throw Morton in game 4 or game 5? Depending to me, if they win, it's a
win-or-loss
no-brainer.
thing. It's definitely going to
Yeah.
be a win-or-loss thing.
Yeah,
It's a must-have because you can't go down 3-1.
No.
You can't. You got to bring in the guy.
What'd you do,
tie it
Pat?
2-2.
There you go. That's better.
You got to tie it up 2-2.
Yeah, no, you can't lose 2 at home. If you lose 2 at home, I mean, Verlander
Losing
and
1 at
Cole or
home
not,
That's scary.
that's I mean, because you're going to have to throw Verlander or Cole in at least game 5.
Yeah.
So that means game 6 and 7 on the road would be
A mixture
Cole
of
and
Keuchel, McCullers.
I don't want Keuchel in a game 7.
I'd be cool with McCullers coming in throwing 120 straight curveballs. Just fucking.
And
fuck
he
it.
would.
Just I don't give a shit, son.
Because they didn't hit it last year. They're not hitting it this year.
They'll do a new switch.
Just as long as McCann's catching, or even Gaddis for that
No,
matter.
they'll do a new switch and put Maldonado back there, and then bring in McCann, and have McCann just standing behind him.
Yeah, I was going to say, what, having a second
Like
catcher behind?
The new switch. Or
I
some
mean,
crazy
yeah, it's a
shit.
new switch. We've got a backup catcher.
They pulled the right fielder.
We got a backup catcher, yeah.
They're going with 2 catchers. This is bold.
Hey, did you see on one of the past balls his little flop he did when he tried tossing it back to the pitcher on the run scoring? He went to go and totally missed the ball and just does like a belly back flop. Hilarious.
No, I missed it.
No, I
Oh,
missed it.
man. No.
Was this late in the game? Because I definitely went to bed in the 7th inning because I got sad.
It was the inning that he missed the two easy pitches.
I also stopped watching the game
Yeah.
and was listening to it outside.
See, I do that
I
a
had to
lot.
go
I
listen
like
to the
listening
radio.
to it on the radio more than actually watching it sometimes.
I do too,
but-
man. I don't know. For some reason, it has that feel to it.
Because TBS is fucking Boston fucking Homer and fucking pieces of shit.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
man.
they are.
Kyle says what everybody's thinking.
No, there's just something about baseball and radio.
It is. It's
the
got. It adds
it's
to the
nostalgia,
feel,
man. It,
Yeah.
being able, you can almost just sense like you're at the game more than just watching it on TV.
Because in the game, when you're doing the broadcast, you hear all the fans and everything. But when it's just on the radio or whatever, you can hear you can know what's going to happen just by the sound of the bat. It's like, oh, that's a glove, that's a bat, that's a good hit, hard hit. And you
Well,
can
and
tell
it's
just from
in the
hearing it.
announcers. It's like literally, Diana could tell you this over anything. I can sit there and tell you what the announcers are about to say in the certain situations before they even say it. And sure as shit, it's like 30 seconds later, here they come. Saying the exact thing I just told her about some stupid random thing.
And
that it's so obvious.
The best part, the only thing that was great this year was fucking Jeff Bagwell on TV.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh my God, I missed it.
All the
missed it.
games in the 7th innings, he was coming up. It's like 6th, 7th, 8th innings. Like he'd come up and do the broadcast. and
Oh,
stuff
see,
like that.
How did he do? Was it awful or was it
fucking
great?
amazing. It's Jeff
Was it-
Bagwell. Some were drunk, some weren't.
Oh,
Nice.
even better.
Cool.
I love it.
That
That's
dude
what I
is just
love.
clowning, having a good time.
I
That
love
dude
when
is funny.
people are real about it.
Oh, I can't stand Joe Buck. That's one thing. Second of all, I really can't stand Joe Buck.
Man, he took him a second. He was
Whoa.
calming down. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I can't stand Joe Buck. But listening to Milo growing up, I still listen to more Astros games than I actually watch. It's just I'll watch the highlights, I'll catch all that. I just I can't stand TV announcers. I can't,
No, the only time it's ever been
especially
great.
national ones.
That's true. And the only time it's ever been great to have an announcer and to be able to see the game is, of course, Major League with just a bit outside.
Hey, you know
when
what
say-
though? Hey, but here's the thing. here's the thing, and some people know this, some people don't. Bob Uecker is the Brewers radio announcer,
Oh, man,
so
that'd be great.
He's
That
got a
is what
chance
it
to
is.
actually be calling the World Series games.
Dude, that would be so great.
They had Euchre on the other day when they
Oh.
were playing the Brewers game right before they
Yeah.
won the NCDS, and
Yeah.
it was awesome to see him. And
Dude,
it's Euchre's
Euchre is what baseball announcing should be like for every team.
I don't know. I might. Euchre's great. Not saying this isn't a comparison, but I might want Brockmeyer.
Who?
Brockmeyer to come in there.
Who's Brockmeyer?
The new fucking TV show bullshit with the fucking drunk fucking.
Oh, I don't.
guy
See,
that
I don't
calls
watch a lot of
games
TV,
and shit.
dude.
Oh,
It's pretty legit.
Yeah,
He's
he
pretty
did a
good.
lot of the views. He did a lot of the voices on The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I'll pull up his name in a second.
Yeah, see, it
It's,
sounds familiar now that you said that.
Hank Azaria.
Azaria.
Azaria?
I was
On
like,
point.
but I keep thinking.
Oh,
Z's
yeah,
in my
Hank
head.
Azaria.
Yeah.
Azaria did like a lot of the characters on The
Yeah,
Simpsons.
Yeah.
I think he's big.
He
into
was
sport.
Mo.
I think he's big into sports anyways.
It
Oh,
was
he's
funny.
huge.
actually
Yeah,
called
he's a
couple
big sports
times.
fan.
Get off the ring.
I want to say he's a Cubs
All right,
fan.
Ralphie, get off the stage, honey.
But yeah, no, I don't watch a lot of TV. We do the whole Netflix and Hulu and YouTube thing. I just watch games and listen to them on the radio or go somewhere and watch them.
Well, the Brockmeyer character is basically if you had that bottle of Fireball and you called a game and you finished it before, then had another one.
I've got to watch this
Yeah,
now.
we got to.
It's
It's
gonna
a
be
must.
It's a good show.
Yep.
It's
Hey,
a must.
I'll tell you what, we're gonna start watching it, and that's gonna go on. We're gonna put that on DynastyWise after dark. We'll start breaking that shit down.
Amanda Pete's on there. Looking
Okay.
old and
Amanda
hot.
Pete.
I like,
I
old
like it.
ladies. It's a
Yeah.
thing. Sorry.
Joe just asked, is it Eovaldi or Porcello for Game 3? It is Eovaldi. Eovaldi's going to be pitching. The Game 3 has already been called, and I can guarantee you're going to see Porcello in Game 4. If not for the fact that Chris Sale was hospitalized last night for an illness. They kind of brought up in the middle of the game. He's out now and everything, but they're going to try to give him as much rest as possible before they pitch him again.
So how does he go to fucking hospital for an illness so that he doesn't have to pitch anymore in the series? And they didn't do that to Price last.
He put on too much pine tar.
Boom.
Count it.
Got sick. That's
He licked his
Your
fingers
skin.
after he touched his arm.
That's what it is. Poison putting on their skin.
Oh, man.
So how?
Pierce was spitting so much last night.
Possibly.
Yeah, maybe they figured it
Possibly.
out. So how do you feel about Bregman seeing any balls or strikes this
I don't.
next game? You think they're still gonna continue to pitch? Just
I mean, it's smart.
barely.
Don't get me wrong, but they forced themselves into a situation where they had to pitch to him late in that game, and you know, he said after the game, he's like, I didn't get all of it. He's like, if I would have gotten all that pitch, he's like, it'd have been out of the park.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I love Bregman. Man, he's a cocky son of a bitch.
Well, I mean, it's a good thing. It's baseball.
Well, it
So
is,
balls and-
but man, he's young. He better sustain it. I mean, he is cocky.
I
I
mean,
love
they
it. I mean, you
did-
got to have that fire, but woohoo,
they did beam the shit out of him in game 1.
that is true.
They put 100 on his elbow.
And what did they do? They went and checked if the pitcher was okay. I mean, like, how badass is that?
Dude, that is pretty fucking crazy. Actually.
You get beamed
Hey,
by a
are you
100-mile
okay?
pitch, but they go and check on the
That's what
pitcher.
we're gonna do when you take your pitch. We're gonna go make sure the pitcher's okay. Like you writhe around
I
on the
mean,
ground.
You're gonna have to because I might actually die and he might have an emotional fucking reaction. to
Why
killing
would you
somebody.
say that, dude? Now we're gonna have a paramedic on standby.
Monica's gonna be
Damn
around?
it.
She's a nurse. We're good.
Sweet. Thank you, Monica,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
being volunteered.
Hey, we'll we'll have people step up. Joe also
Volunforced. Is that what it is? Volunforced.
Volunforced.
I haven't died yet, and I've done crazier than this for sure.
Okay.
I've been hit with a lot of fucking baseballs in my
Nice.
fucking little league career.
He's been hit with a lot. He's been hit with a lot of balls in his life. All right.
Don't judge me.
I don't judge. I just state facts.
That's mildly a fact.
My live.
It's a mild fact.
Slightly.
Yeah, Chris Sale is just hospitalized for a stomach illness. Nothing to worry about. So it sounds like he had a bug.
Another thing to kind of bring up,
He
Joe.
had the shits.
Joe
That's
brought
it.
this up in the live. Talking about Altuve. Altuve is supposed to DH in Game 3. His knee is still bothering him. Sounds like he was barely even probably able to DH.
So
But
why was he playing second base?
it's because he's a gamer. I mean, you know,
It's not gonna help him fucking swing a bat if he's still hurt. If he's hurt, he's hurt. Take him out. Sit him down for a game.
well, but even Altuve at 80% is better than, Marisnik
Kemp?
at all.
Kemp.
Kemp, yeah, I mean, Kemp's viable, but I mean, you're talking about one of the heart and soul players on. If they're not taking Correa out, as shitty as he's been, they're not taking Altuve out for
No
a game.
shit. Because they can't.
Yeah,
I
well,
get it. They can't.
they can, but they're just not going to. I mean, it's baseball. It's the end of the year. You tough it out. You don't need both knees to swing a bat. You just need one.
Super injections,
Oh,
Game 3?
they're he's getting what do they call those?
blood transfusions.
No. The shots. The shots.
There it is.
Cortisone.
I
The
got you.
cortisone
No,
shots.
for sure.
You know.
Also known as blood transfusions.
Oh,
Oh,
new
that's-
blood transfusions.
yeah.
Super
Cor-
blood transfusions with steroids.
How can they get away with cortisone, but these guys can't?
Well, cortisone just makes it to where you can't feel any of the pain. I mean, it's not really enhancing you. It's just.
See, yeah, but that's I don't know. I guess painkillers are cool, but
I mean,
they
well,
they can't jack.
You want to know
up.
about cortisone? Just ask Bagwell. I think he spent the last 2 years of his career shooting his shoulder up with cortisone so much it's not even
I was
funny.
gonna say,
and meth.
yeah.
Well,
I think some of these guys spend the last 10 years of their careers just shooting up cortisone, man.
I mean, but Bagwell. I mean, it was notorious. Like even in when they were in the World Series and he barely ever played because he was so hurt. How he took so many cortisone shots for that long, just
I mean, they kill their bodies.
oh,
They
100%, yeah.
They work
yeah,
out. They play 160 fucking games.
Unless you're a
swinging
pitcher, unless you're a
baseball bat.
pitcher, and then you're just a puss because they can't even throw 100 pitches in a game anymore.
That is sort of weird, right?
Nolan Ryan would literally go over 200 pitches numerous times. The guy pitched till he's 48, yet 24-year-old kids can't throw 100 pitches. It's all about your conditioning and
He
how
also
you're overdoing
wrestled
it.
like fucking steers in the
Or Robin Ventura.
before the game. He'd like, fuck this bull. I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah.
And it ripped off its head, then ate it.
Yeah, Robin
Raw.
Ventura made the mistake of not realizing that.
Epic.
Yeah, epic. I've got a T-shirt with that on it. That's how epic it
Why
was.
is that not hanging up in the bag, man?
I'll have to find it, man.
Yeah, that's it. We got to get
I'll have
that.
to find
That,
it.
or we're gonna bring it back.
You think we're gonna get some McCann heroics in Game 3?
No,
Uh-oh.
No.
no.
Oh.
I'm gonna call hot take. We want it.
Hot take. Hot take.
Hot take. You're calling McCann.
He's gonna get 2 walks.
He's your. Oh, yes.
Bold
That's the best.
prediction.
But that's not saying
do.
much, though. I mean, they walked 10 times in that first
Well,
game.
That's great for McCann because usually it's like 4 strikeouts, right? So that's good improvement.
No, you're thinking of Gaddis, not McCann.
I think of all of them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They do play. They do play an awful lot of lawyer ball.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck
Clay's
is
asked-
lawyer ball?
Take a
Lawyer
lot
ball.
of pitches. It's where
Oh,
yeah, you leave it up to the ump
gotcha.
to make the call.
I gotcha. Well, that's his whole fucking series so far.
But hey,
Clayton-
but it works out. I mean, if they get on base, and then you go to your hitters. I mean,
Well, and that's both teams. If
Yeah.
the Astros are getting players on base and in scoring, they're coming in. Same with the Red Sox. I mean,
That's what's crazy.
you just got to keep. You got to keep the guys early in the innings. Your leadoff hitter for whoever's coming up first. You got to get those first outs. Even
mean-
set it up for a double play. You let that first runner on. He gets to second base. Odds are he's scoring in this series.
In Game 1, they had 1 hit and fucking 4 runs. in
Yeah,
the
I mean,
goddamn
it's-
game. How weird was that?
Well,
Both
when
teams.
you walk guys and all that, I mean, it's Hey, we just got a fantasy football question.
hey, you know what? Hey, since we'll answer real quick. Jose, Chad's got Aaron Jones going. Did you start him tonight?
Yes, I did.
So Jose, he did start him tonight. Now I'm playing him. I don't want to break this off too much, but yeah. So
I love that we just got a fantasy
Yeah,
football question
I
in the
love
middle
it.
of the baseball show.
hey, Jose, love you, man. Great question, buddy.
The Texans' son.
And it's it's relevant because I do have Aaron Jones.
Clay answered it. as
Clay,
well.
yeah, appreciate that
hey,
one, Clay.
hey, Jose, thanks for watching any show, man. Appreciate it, brother.
But Clayton also did bring up why doesn't Springer get enough recognition for his postseason dominance? I think Springer gets all the recognition in the world for his postseason dominance.
He does. I mean,
chime in.
I was gonna say. I mean, he does. I've seen in some of the announcers. I think that honestly, we've talked about this. Even I'll lean back into Houston preeminence and the basis that it is. Houston sports don't get a lot of the national attention the same
No.
way, even though they're the World Series defending champions. But Springer has gotten stroked pretty good.
when you're playing Boston or New York, you just get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's it.
if you were in the NL, you get a ton of coverage. 'Cause
Well,
it's just the Dodgers aren't.
Well,
Dodgers
but
we
just
get
the
a
thing,
lot,
just the
but-
same thing. Brewers are
They
hot,
get
all
zero.
world going into that 11-game winning streak, and what do you just hear about?
Dodgers,
Manny
Dodgers.
Machado, Clayton Kershaw, Justin. I mean, that's all you
Yep.
hear about, But Christian Yelich's possibly the MVP on that team. Nothing,
Well, if you want to get talked about, you got to go take it from them. You got to do more than once, and you got to keep
It's-
doing it.
I think they've got a really good shot of it. For sure, I really like the Brewers to go to the series.
How's that game going tonight, actually, guys?
Oh yeah, I hadn't even looked at the score from the game,
Go ahead, I'll pull it up.
and it started at like 6:30, so it should be pretty deep into
I
the
was
game.
sitting there. I was sitting and watched a little bit of it. Ooh, 4-3
That was like a 6-something game, 4-3. Oh, final. Dodgers
Final.
took it.
over. Wow.
No,
No,
that was the last
Oh, that
game. I was
game.
about
What
to
the
say.
fuck are we doing?
Come on, Pat.
Hey, don't yell at me on the air. We
Come on,
talked
Pat.
about this.
Come on,
It's
Pat.
4-0 Brewers.
Yeah, there you go.
Classic.
And the best part about the Brewers, they have no pitching.
Oh, I hope they make it.
Gio Gonzalez, Wade Miley. Yeah, that's your best pitcher. Joyless Chacin. I mean,
Well-
that guy's career in Colorado was one good year and then tank.
Well, everyone agrees this is the World Series right now, right? Whoever wins the Boston Astros series is definitely the World Series champion.
I think the Brewers could take it to Boston just because they can swing the bats. And, I mean, they're going to have a hard time facing really good pitching. I mean, Clayton Kershaw was phenomenal against them. They've got a good bullpen. They've got a deep bullpen to where they can just throw nothing but bullpen guys the entire game. They don't even need a starter.
From a baseball standpoint, from a baseball fan standpoint, not an Astros fan or whatever, what do you think is the best World Series? What matchup would you like to see the most?
Non-Astros fan.
Non-Astros
That's
fan.
fucking hard.
I know it's
I know
tough.
what the real one is.
Oh, everybody's going to say Boston, L.A.
It's definitely an NL fucking Central rematch of Milwaukee Astros.
I want to see the American League team play the National League team, but they're in the wrong leagues.
Yeah.
Brewers used to be in the American League. Astros used to be in the National League. Now they're possibly representing
And
the
they're
other
both-
leagues in the World Series.
And they're both in the same division.
That's crazy.
Do y'all think?
Well, no, Astros are in the West now.
Yeah, but they were in the same
Yeah.
division.
Oh, yeah,
in
they
the
used to be
National
in the same
League.
division. Yeah, yeah.
Brewers, Dodgers. Think it goes to 7?
And both those teams were walking stones for fucking the Cubs and the St.
Yeah.
Louis when they're in them.
No, I think Brewers Dodgers go 6. I think Kershaw wins his next game, but I think the Brewers take all the other ones.
Yeah, this game. I mean, you can come back. Dodgers have a lot, but it depends. I
Well,
haven't
it's
seen what
8th
the fuck's
inning.
going on.
Although I was watching that
Started at
game,
8.
I was watching that game live when Turner hit that home run the other day, and it was just like that was crushing.
That guy's an animal.
We need a couple more home runs
Gingers.
in this series
Gingers,
for the Astros to win.
more heck.
Fucking with people on. Every time someone's on, it's just strikeout. Okay, we're done. A couple more hits. How many? Do we have 0 doubles in the Astros series so far?
Oh no, Bregman.
He
Both,
had double. He had fucking.
Not
he had
Bregman. I'm
one
sorry.
hit.
Springer had 2 doubles.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go back to it. Wait,
You don't
yeah.
need to pull it up. I trust you.
All right.
I was making up random facts, dude. I told you, random stat guy.
Quit,
love it.
Clayton. Quit being over homerly, dude. I didn't say anything negative about the Astros, dude. We get it.
Ooh.
The Astros are the best. Blah blah blah. You keep going. Nobody's saying they're not.
Clay, I'm
Yeah.
liking your comment.
It was a hyper. But really, the series most people probably want to see throughout the nation is
That's all I was
Boston
saying.
Dodgers,
I'm not saying that's the 2
for
best
sure.
teams. That's what people are going to want to see.
But
Personally, I'd like to see the Astros Brewers. I think it'd be better baseball.
I'd like to see fucking a rematch. I want the rematch. I want
Why,
the
though?
fucking, Oh, because
You've already
it
you've
was
already
fun.
been there and done that.
It was fun.
It was a hell of a series, though.
It was fun.
Oh.
7 games, crazy ass.
I'm telling you,
lit as
That game
fuck.
5, the game 5 I was referenced earlier, literally the best baseball game I've ever been to in my entire life. I mean, it was the best, and I've been to a lot of baseball games. When I say a lot, hands down, not even. I was at BGO's 3,000 hits game, nothing compared to that game. Playoff games, never. That World Series game was lit, 100%.
I couldn't imagine the aura of that stadium.
Oh, dude, I mean, I met a guy from Toronto. He was sitting next to me.
Why the fuck
And-
was the guy from Toronto there?
They were rooting for the Astros. He
Fucking
came down.
Canadians.
It was fun. It wasn't a Make-A-Wish thing.
Canadians?
No, I'm just getting mad that he was there, man.
Why? He had cancer, and they brought him there because he wanted to go to World Series. It was a bucket list thing.
That's a,
Jeez, now you made me feel bad for
What
fucking
a
make fun of this guy.
dick.
So he's dead at this point. is what
He
you're
might
saying.
be.
I'm so
I don't
glad-
know.
Jesus Christ.
Now I'm happy the guy made it, man.
Fucking,
Yeah.
Can we make it a 200
So
mile
do
an
you
hour
feel like an
fastball?
asshole now? Yeah.
Yeah, that's to recoup some of the.
And I'm being dead serious. Like that's actually why he was there.
Well, yeah, well,
from-
that's better than
I
what
wouldn't make
thought.
that
I was
up.
like,
All right,
okay.
so we got to rewind. I didn't catch it because I was doing some other stuff. But so he came to he wanted to go to the World Series.
Yeah, he wanted to see
Okay.
a World Series game, and him and his son and a friend. There was 4 of them total. We're all there. 3 of them, but it was funny because 3 of them were rocking Expos gear, like old school Expos gear, and it was cool as shit. Just kind of seemed
Well,
like,
just went for it.
oh yeah, 100%.
I'm a quote. I guess Brad Pitt from Moneyball. Man, how can you not love the game for something like
Oh,
that?
dude,
I mean, it's
baseball's baseball, man.
Can I quote Brad Pitt right now? What's
Yeah.
in the juice box? Hopefully a win tomorrow night.
What's in the juice box?
He quoted the shit out of him.
I'm trying to think of a good.
I had the juice part, but
I'm
trying to think of like a-
That's okay. I wasn't going to correct you. It's not fair.
I'll quote back. First rule of Fight Club: don't speak of Fight Club.
We don't talk about impregnating people
There
for
you go.
sure.
Yeah,
Jesus.
first rule of impregnation: don't talk about impregnation. Whoa.
That's Brad Pitt's laughing.
Oh, we got it.
Oh,
We
okay.
understood. That was
Let
happening.
us keep the place, Lou.
That was-
Joe said he's
Well,
down to see a 200 mile. I just want to see somebody pitch at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, that would be quite the feat. Can we turn the machine up that high? Oh, dude, we're talking about broken
I don't think
ribs.
a baseball can fly that fast.
You think it would come out? The guts would come out?
Nah.
Yeah, I think it would just fucking
I say we try.
break the seams for sure. That's a lot of force on the outside of a ball because the centrifugal force of a ball spinning at that rate would probably cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
With the leather.
Why are you talking about the force of balls right now?
No, he's
The
bringing
force of balls in my
science.
ass.
The force is
Okay.
Okay,
amazing.
I'm listening. All right, so the rest of the series. So honestly, I know it's bold predictions, but how do y'all think it's going to play out with the Houston Astros and Sox? Do y'all think it's
I see it going 6 games. I think Keuchel loses tomorrow.
I hate you. Don't say that shit.
I think Keuchel loses tomorrow. But then I think Verlander comes out, gets a win. Cole comes out and gets a win. Morton comes out and gets a win.
Okay, we're not going to rattle 3 off in a row.
Why not?
You got to go 7 if Keuchel loses tomorrow.
Why?
Because Boston's going to be running fast at that point, man. That's a lot of wind underneath their
No, not when you have a stopper like Verlander come out and just shut them down completely. Then that
does-
ruins all momentum, and they still got one more at home after that with Cole pitching. Then you throw all hands on deck, games 6 and 7, whether it's Morton, McCullers, McHugh. Let all of them pitch 3 innings if you have to.
I thought they already announced Morton's doing 4. I thought they announced that.
I haven't heard it.
Can you check in?
I have not heard it.
I thought they said the Keuchel.
I don't think
then
they're gonna.
Morton.
I don't think they're gonna call a game 4 starter until they see what happens in game 3. There's no reason to.
I just thought they did. I thought I heard that somewhere earlier today.
You said game 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they may not have it up yet.
No, it's not called yet. I just making shit up.
Surprised that AJ Hinch would call his pitcher
Yeah.
that early. Hinch it.
Well, because like you said,
He's not gonna let it up. He's not
It-
gonna let him see the tape.
up 2-1 and down 1-2 is a totally different series. I mean, you're talking. You have to get 3 wins out of your next 4 games, basically.
Well, we're gonna make this simple. Astros gonna take the next 3. It's just gonna be over. I can't handle if they lose another game, man. That shit's stressful. Pride.
So who gets the win tomorrow then?
Keuchel, 9 innings, 80 pitches,
Yeah,
perfect game, some crazy shit. It's gonna be amazing.
nothing but ground ball
Make
outs
sure you
too, right?
watch, Houston fans.
Yeah.
Perfect game. Calling it here.
That'd be great.
That would be fantastic.
All right,
Has there been a perfect game in a ALCS?
Hey, what
A perfect game?
in the ALCS?
Yeah,
No, but there's been a
in the playoffs.
McLean did it for the Tigers in the World Series back in the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I asked. I don't fucking know.
No, I'm answering it.
But don't talk down to me like
I
you
know.
fucking are better at baseball knowledge or some crazy shit.
That's what I do. Sorry.
Damn.
Where was it?
I'm looking.
When was the last one?
They're just talking about holiday right now. Y'all continue.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Yeah, we-
No. Scroll up. Yeah, Don Larson's perfect game and then 56 World Series. There you go.
He said 60, so you were wrong too.
I said 60s. Yeah, whatever. Close.
Um.
And only 104 pitches. That's filthy.
So,
Oh my god.
do you think Major League Baseball is gonna take the win away from Boston for that fucked up review
No.
that they had?
No. What's done is done.
That review was sort of fucked up, though, right?
There's a lot.
The
that is
review?
fucked up. What happened?
Because we didn't talk about the review.
Okay,
yet.
we'll hit on the review.
Yeah, let's-
Lastly, here. Should the play have been reviewed as far as the way it's set up in MLB's replay rulebook? From everything I've seen, no.
Yeah.
But the entire reason MLB even incorporated replay in baseball in the first place was to make sure that the calls on the field were being called correctly, to not influence the game when it's obvious, whether it be an out call at first base, a home run, a fan interference, whatever it may be. The play they reviewed, they clearly got the call right when they overturned it. He was in the batter's box. The ball hit him. They made the right call. So, in essence, reviewing the play, it worked in terms of that's why replay is in baseball. Now, the stupid way they set up when you can and when you can't, it's not football. You don't need to throw a challenge flag on a baseball field to review a play. On something like that.
Actually, you do.
Well, you do, but yeah.
Earmuffs.
You do. But, me personally, I think reviewing baseball is stupid. The umps on the field make the call, and if you don't like it, burn something outside their house if you need to, or throw them under the bus, whatever. But
I'm thinking 0 umps on the field. One guy that just has a taser and shoots people with tasers whenever they get out of control, and go all computers, because we can call balls
they're about
way better when you go to computers.
I disagree.
Like your way of getting it right on the field, they should be using the computer to call the balls and strikes at this point.
I disagree.
I was going to ask about that because
I disagree.
I know his
size strike zone for every single individual person. Then
says who?
Says the guy standing in the box when he stands and swings.
No, but I'm saying that little machine that they're showing. What is the strike zone?
I don't fucking know.
I'm saying, what is the strike zone? It's supposed to be from the letters to the knees. Okay,
it starts at the belt.
But here's the thing: all you got to do as a batter is when you're in there. If you raise up 3 inches, you just change the strike zone. It's impossible to have something that's going to show the exact strike zone on every pitch. And even if they say they do it, no. Not to mention, an inch off the plate or 2 inches off the plate. I'm really not that concerned enough to have a machine do that for me. Players know umpires' tendencies. Some umpires have tight strike zones. Some call high strikes. Some call low strike. It's part of the game. You get used to it. You know the umpires just like you know the pitchers and what they throw. You know what? Get up there and swing that bat and hit the ball and don't worry about it.
In game 1, there was a pitch, a curveball that hit directly in the middle of the fucking over the plate. Guy called it a ball.
Yeah.
The next pitch was a foot outside, called it a strike.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It was making up for it.
Better up. Yeah,
you make up for it. It's the way it works. It's baseball. That's the way the game is.
There are no real rules in baseball.
It's baseball. Oh, I love the unwritten rules of baseball.
No real rules is what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying, though, but the unwritten ones are the great.
If I get 3 strikes in baseball and they call me out, I'm like, fuck it. I think I get another strike in the bit. Okay, cool.
And then you turn around the ump, and the ump kicks you out of the game. I mean, that's the best part about it. You can't argue balls and strikes.
You can take that bat to the ump's head.
I love when they argue them, though.
Oh yeah.
It is the best.
That's the only, honestly, I like. I'm kind of right in the middle of what you two are discussing because I do like the automated aspect, but I do love the fact there's arguments happening because to me that's what makes baseball. The manager's getting thrown out. If I see a brawl. That makes the game for me.
You're an anarchist. You want to see Little League fucking umpires doing the World Series and shit.
When a parent, I love seeing parents. I want to see a parent charge the field and get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see McCullers' dad in the dugout yelling at the umpire, and then just grabbing McCullers and taking him off the field and going home. Oh man.
Yeah, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Rest them out. I love it.
We need to go back to the last podcast we did with Greg. We were talking about rushing the mound and everything, and we showed the video of the guy who drops the bat, drop kicks the catcher, and then runs, bum rushes the pitcher on the mound. That was the best. Classic.
He stops all stopping.
Just straight out of nowhere, drops a bat, and like the catcher had to been like, "What in the hell just happened?"
He just got done talking about it in the dugout. I was like, "Look, if that guy pelts me, here's what I'm gonna do." And I mean, he acted on it 100%.
He had to know it was coming. Like he did something to deserve that in an earlier game or something.
Yeah,
like,
that or it could have been a payback pitch.
Yeah,
that he was like,
"This is coming to me. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna wreck."
Or you're the guy who's like coming up next, the first batter the next inning, and you see your pitcher go out there and just rear back and hit one dude in the head, and you got to be thinking, man, I'm the guy up next. Why did you do that? Like, why?
Yeah, it's like, damn it.
You know you're about to get hit.
Especially the ninth inning is the bottom of the order. It's like, fuck these guys. I'm not going to see the top of the order because you wait for the guy at the top to hit, right?
And then you have that asshole pitcher who the first pitch he throws it like 3 feet behind you. It's like, oh, come on,
You're
dude.
Gonna make me wait
now
one?
I'm gonna like.
I'm already waiting the first time. Oh, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
If a guy throws behind me and doesn't hit me, I'll be really upset. Now I'm thinking about this shit.
You just charge them out. Charge them out on that pitch, and then you don't have to worry about the next one coming in.
That's it.
Yeah.
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 This way I get on the other side.
That's great.
Oh yeah. Joe added when a coach steals a base, what he could put it. That's great. Oh man. that's good
Just
stuff.
pick it up and walk off the
Yeah,
field.
that's it, dude. Well, I mean, what is accomplished by the foot sweep though? When they're kicking, are they kicking dirt on their shoes? And is that like a major insult in baseball?
I don't think it's an insult so much as it's just he's like, I'll show you.
I think it's you're a blind thing and you can't see the plate, so I'm going to cover it because you can't see this shit.
I
think
got
that's
you.
actually what that is.
Okay.
In my mind, that's what I always thought
Okay.
it was.
I was curious on that.
I don't know. I just some of the Earl Weaver,
Yeah.
Lou Piniella, those were the two classic. Even Tommy Lasorda to an
Oh
extent.
yeah. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get one of our contacts or one of our guests on and stuff like that that's played ball or something like that. We're going to try to get them to give us some of the unwritten rules that we don't know. There's got to be some that are hidden. Or, I just a curiosity thing.
Oh, I mean, it's
Don't share wives on Thursdays. Something weird like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Weird unwritten rules. Of rich
Hey,
people,
dude,
right?
it's not Thursday.
no. I've actually got somebody who played Major League Baseball I've already talked to about coming on the show, and former pitcher, and I want to ask him what they talk about on mound visits.
I see. They have to sweep up. They have to sweep up the plate. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was Joe adding in that they have to sweep it.
Oh,
up.
they got to bend over and do
Oh, yeah,
work.
yeah.
That's the way to do
No,
it.
definitely.
Okay. But yeah, that's what we need to do. I agree with you.
I
So why
do.
don't
I
you
want to
just
know
piss
mound
on the
visits.
plate then. Just pull the old package out.
The
and
Lou
just do it.
Brown on Roger Dorn's contract. Yeah, let's do that. He's like, where does it say that in the contract? Throws it on the ground, whips it out. That was right there on the field. That was classic.
All right.
So okay, so you're saying Astros take the next three?
No, I'm saying that was my wish.
Oh, you wish.
It's going to
okay.
be 6 or 7.
Yeah.
It's going to be stressful. I'm going to hate my life for the next couple of days, week, whatever it is. But hopefully the Astros pull it out. I can't even say the Astros are going to win it now. After seeing Verlander and Cole not pitch great, I expect them to go to 6, not let in fucking 4 runs.
Yeah, I don't see the Astros losing the series. Their pitching is too tough compared to Boston. But man, their bats can't slow down at all. They've got to be able to score 5, 7,
But
10
the
runs a
Astros
game.
bats are all hurt. The guys they're not what they were last year in the playoffs. Is all I'm thinking.
Well, because last year they rode a wave of momentum at that end. That team was playing like the Brewers were playing at the end of this year. They went baseball playoffs. I'll take the hot team over the good team any day.
Yeah, I mean, but Correa's back. Altuve's knee. That's big for the offense, man.
Correa's like 3 for his last 12 or 13 or something like that. I'm not saying Correa's back yet.
I'm not saying he's back yet either. I'm saying his back.
Oh, his back being
That's what I'm
hurt.
saying,
Yeah,
his
no,
injury.
it's
Those
He was
two
speaking
injuries are
literally.
huge.
Literally his
Yeah.
back.
His
Yeah,
back, not he's back, but his back injury.
But here's the
Altuve's
thing.
knee injury, all that.
that's the best thing about this Astros team.
They could take him off.
Correa's hurting. Altuve's hurting. You still got Springer. You still got Bregman. You still got Gurriel. You still got guys that can go out there and mash. Reddick
I mean, you
can
still
get
got Altuve hitting
Red,
third,
Reddick can
being
get
out
hot.
every time. Altuve just being a fucking sticky little out every time and swinging at shitty pitches
Hey,
and striking out.
yeah, but guess what? He's got the Crawford box. He's going to start aiming for the fences, and watch him put 2 over the Crawford boxes in the 3 games at home. There's my prediction right there.
That'd be exciting.
Bold prediction. You're saying he's going to put 2 out in the next 3 games?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like going more bold, but that's not necessary.
Go for it.
No, I think I already did.
Yeah, he went pretty bold with that McCann. 2 walks.
2
walks. Remember?
Hey,
Hey, dude, are you gonna up me on that? You think he's gonna get a real hit?
What's the
Next
over?
game.
What's
Just the
the
next
over
game.
under on the walks on McCann? We're gonna say
over 2 or under 2. Or
Yeah, we'll
over
say
1,
we'll
under
make
1?
2. Is it gonna be over 2 or under 2?
Ooh, the over under on 2 is hard.
I know.
Is
that- are we talking-
Games
are we
or
talking-
just one game? Just next game.
he may only play 1 game.
I so we're gonna
So
have to,
just
we have
next
to go.
game.
We have to
So
go to the
we'll
next
do all 3 games though. He's not gonna play the next 2, and if he does, you might get the next one. Okay, just the next game. I'm gonna. Fuck, it's just at 2, man. If you did 1.5, I'd go over.
We're betting on McCann's walks right now.
So I'm gonna have to stay under if it's at 2. Fucking push, man.
What about Bregman?
That's
Okay.
who, man.
What
Because
about Bregman walks?
Bregman walks.
Jesus, 12. Like,
How pissed is he going to get if he just does nothing but walk again?
if he gets walked,
That
he should
guy's
just go
already
charge
gets
them
pissed
out.
off enough.
That
Like,
would
if he
be
gets
great.
walked in the 9th, just fuck it. Go get in a fight. Just
Yeah.
do something.
Because as many walks as he's had in the last 2 games, he hasn't scored a run yet.
He was on base 3 times.
But he has not. He's 4 times and he's not scored a run.
Are we-
So his walks have basically made him a mute point in this
he
series.
did get caught stealing once, though.
Well, regardless, but he hadn't scored. So I mean, it's not
was
like
it,
he's.
wait, was that the one where
He needs to hold the bag. Yeah.
he kept
popped
he,
up.
That was game 1.
Okay, that's what I thought. That was actually.
It wasn't out. I'm not gonna be mad about that. I thought I was like, oh, if they're calling him out just on the tag, I was like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he
But
came
I
off.
couldn't really tell.
They did-
He came
they
off
did-
and all
they
that
did
other
call
stuff.
for the review, right, on that one?
Yeah,
People-
they did.
Okay.
Pat, people can't
And then
see.
but he
You.
popped up off. His hand came off, and then the tag was still
I was
there,
trying
so
to get
he's
y'all to
definitely
do it.
out.
Yeah. No,
Which was
it's,
upsetting to see. When I saw that, I was like, ooh.
I know. Yeah, that's we were watching. It's like, yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
somebody tried saying he was getting the Barry Bonds. No, Barry Bonds, they just straight up intentionally walked him. They're just pitching around. They like the walk he had, not his last at bat where he got out, but the walk he had the bat before it. It was 3-2 count. I mean, and the pitch was, it was Greg Maddux was throwing that pitch. It's a strike.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had a good enough eye. I mean, most people are going after that pitch just to protect the plate. Man, Bregman just hit killer eye at the plate. He sees the ball so well.
I wish you'd go get the Barry Bonds fucking elbow pad. 100 in the elbow.
Or you just go
Yeah.
ask Craig
Jesus.
Biggio. Craig Biggio's there. Get his.
Yeah, Craig Biggio, he would lean into it.
But Barry Bonds was fucking about 2 feet big. It was like that big of a fucking elbow pad.
Yeah.
It was the size
Body
of Craig.
armor. It looked like
It's the size of Bregman's
That's
helmet.
well.
it was a lacrosse pad.
This goes back to my conversation that spurned the whole taking 100-mile-an-hour pitch. I'm all for the days where they used to throw at batters and backed them off the plate. These guys,
That's true.
who was it? I want to say it was either Maldonado or somebody took a pitch, got hit by a pitch trying to swing at the ball. But when you look at where he swing, his elbow and his body was over it was a strike that he was swinging at, but got hit. You got to back these guys off the plate. I mean,
That's the next elevation now of baseball. It's the check swing over the plate beam. It's like, oh, you hit my arm. It was just over the plate.
yeah.
Like,
I mean, you couldn't do that against Bob Gibson and Nolan because they'll throw up at your head and back you off the plate. That spurned this whole take a pitch.
Well, I was gonna say now they get a warning, don't they? I mean, if they're, that's the.
They didn't get they don't get a warning. It's just
It depends
it's one of
on the
those
extent.
things where it's like you just don't throw at a guy's head. Well, the guy don't want his head thrown at. Don't have your head sticking over the plate. You know
That's true.
or within 6 inches of the fucking
Yeah.
plate. Like, get into the batter's box and they'll-
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
and you know what? Bob Gibson would throw into the guy. And you know what he does the next at bat? He's about 3-4 inches back. Bob Gibson owns the outside of the plate again. So that's baseball talk right there. I think we're gonna wrap it on that.
Baseball,
So.
yeah.
Kyle, I had a great time talking baseball with you. Glad you came
Okay.
on today.
It was fun.
Definitely
Okay.
good times. So
Awesome.
everybody look for us on Houston Preeminence here in the future, talking some Astros, and
Well,
look
God,
for
this would be
Kyle
pretty
on
fun
the-
to be weekly, 5 times a week.
Hey,
That'd be
man.
fucking crazy if they can get this going in the next couple
Yeah,
of
we-
weeks.
yeah,
It's gonna be
Definitely.
good stuff. I think they're
be on the lookout, people. It's a lot of stuff coming, and
Oh, yeah. A lot,
I'm looking forward to it.
November 1st, I believe, is their
November 1st supposed
is
to be
their-
going
is
with
their
the
expected date.
live radio. Go out, subscribe. It's cheap, $3 a month, 2 years, $75.
What is that? You
$3
can subscribe to this?
I think it's $5.
Yeah.
I think it's $5 a month.
You
No,
can
break
subscribe to Houston
break the math
Preeminence?
down, homie. $75 over
Oh.
2 years is $3 a month.
Oh, that's a deal, but you pay it all up front.
Yeah.
Oh, that also gets you in the poker tournament.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a 10.
What poker tournament?
Yeah, that's
Oh, you
Guys,
were yeah.
you know
he was
I
a late.
don't really pay attention.
he
to
was a late
baseball.
edition,
I
too,
just
yeah.
show
Okay,
up
cool.
and talk.
Pat, you want to go ahead and explain the
Yeah.
poker tournament?
So
Yeah.
basically, what you get when you buy the 2-year membership with Houston Preeminence, which is going to be that's Houston sports done by Houstonians. What you get with that $70 2-year charge is basically you get a seat to play for $10,000 at the annual Houston Preeminence Christmas tournament. Now, as Houston Preeminence, we cannot win the money.
Yeah,
But
we're disqualified. We can play, but we can't win the money.
however, we can play, but not for money, and you can poach us. So you get to sit down with some of the folks you whether you like us, hate us, you get a chance to take our money. But yeah, you'll earn a seat by paying that $75, and it's actually really exciting.
Yeah, we'll have bounties.
Yeah,
It's
bounties. It could be. I mean,
I am terrible at poker unless I'm drinking excessively, which I shouldn't drink excessively.
actually, it's a Christmas party, so I would expect all of us to have our fair share. But we do drink and drive responsibly. That's that's the biggest thing. We
Or
take
just
it.
don't drink and drive.
Well,
Uber, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
I said
Uber.
What kind of life you live in?
I said we drink and drive responsibly.
Or don't drink and drive at all.
That's what I'm saying.
Responsibly just means you get home faster, right? You try to drive as fast as possible.
No,
Exactly.
responsibly means you drink at home.
And then drive around.
And then drive.
Oh, good lord.
We do not.
Do not condone that.
No, don't do it. Don't.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Ride your bike around.
You ride home fast, man.
As long
Pedal
as it's not
fast. Pedal
motorized.
fast.
You give you after that too.
Yes, but you're not going to hurt anybody else.
Just don't drive the train drunk because you'll end up like John Rocker.
John Rocker. Wow, he pulled the John Rocker out.